I heard you said I ain't the type for you. I don't regret it though, I learned from it. They should have you locked up for all the time you stole.
What is up, my fellow hip-hop heads and music lovers in general? My name is G-Benz and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the third upload for today, the third review I gotta do today, so let's get right to it. So for the third video, I'm gonna be talking about the new album by Murs and Ninth Wonder, and the album is called The Iliad is Dead and the Odyssey is Over. Now, my first reaction to it was, holy shit, that's a really long title for an album, but you know, it's okay, I don't judge. You know, call your album whatever you want, bro, I don't care. So this album was actually supposed to be released last month in July, but they obviously, as you can see, changed the date last minute to August 9th. And when I say last minute, I mean last fucking minute. Like, the day it was supposed to be released last month, you know, Murs himself said, okay, I'm changing the day for the new album because, you know, he just pretty much wanted to do like a quality check before it was released, which is good, you know. I'm really glad he did that, because, you know, it just shows that he just wants to make sure that this album is nothing but his best quality ever. But because he didn't release it, I was about to say yesterday, but because he didn't release the album last month in July, Murs did actually make up for it by releasing a Bandcamp exclusive album that him and Murs did that him and Ninth Wonder did a while back in 2015, called I think it's called Brighter Days. Yeah, it's called Brighter Days. But they released that album to Apple Music and Spotify for the first time to anyone who didn't listen to it on Bandcamp, which was a really good album. You know, I listened to it last month and I was like, okay, I'm getting excited for the new album then, because this album alone was really fucking good, and I can't wait to see what else they do next. And you know what? I'm actually glad that Murs changed the release date, because this album was honestly really fucking great. Now, first of all, to those of you that have never heard of Murs, if anyone out there is a big fan of the Strange music record label, Murs was actually signed to that label, and he actually recently left. He dropped his last album under that record label, entitled The Strange Journey into the Unimaginable, I think. And I don't think he left because he had beef with Tech Nine or anybody else. I just think the contracts that they give for those artists in Strange music, I think it's only for 5 years, and I think Murs just decided to leave and to go solo pretty much. And, you know, this new album he dropped yesterday is his first album since he departed from Strange Music. And you know what, like I said, it turned out really good. Now, first of all, if you don't know who Ninth Wonder is, he is in my opinion, one of the greatest producers in the music industry right now. You know, he has made songs, you know, with Kendrick Lamar, with Jay-Z, with Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, you know, and pretty much a lot of iconic artists from hip hop, from R&B, and from the mainstream pop industry. So you know, Ninth Wonder is is a really respected producer, pretty much. And although he has made a lot of good songs with a lot of great artists, I think and I don't know how anyone else feels about this, but I think his best work he's ever done is definitely when he's worked with Murs, because those two have been doing shit since 2003. I'm not even bullshitting you. Like since 2003, Murs and Ninth Wonder have been working together, and it's I think this album that they just dropped is their 7th album together. So it's they are really they're just they really sound really good together. I think those two are like real like iconic duos, and in my opinion, there are some of the iconic duos out there, you know. Now let's talk about Murs himself, because that dude is a really great lyricist. I'm not gonna lie. It's like he kind of like, I wouldn't say he reminds me of Tupac, but he kind of like reminds me of like, I guess, what Tupac would do if he was still alive. Because like every time Murs like spits a bar, or he's like making a really powerful song, it just sounds super poetic, and it's just really powerful. You can really like feel like his emotion. It's like he like has a really like good way of of not just saying rhymes, but saying them with feeling, and like saying them with meaning, pretty much. So this new album is pretty much a celebration of his new life. I went to Mers's like account and all that, on Twitter and Instagram, and I think he himself said that after leaving um strange strange music, he just wanted to like right away make a comeback and just show everybody that he can actually do it on his own. And I think he said he just really like wanted to get back into like making music again. And so while his wife was at home holding the fort, just like taking care of the kids and whatnot, he was in the studio very late at night, like he even talks about it in this album, he's in the studio like from 6 a.m., from 3 a.m. It's like he works really fucking late at night, just pretty much listening to beats, like li- listening to all these like sounds, trying to experiment with new sounds, and just pretty much like listening to a lot of like instrumentals back to back to back, and just him trying to create like the perfect recipe, and to just create like nothing but his best quality he's ever fucking made. And I think this album really shows that. Murs is a really, I think he's like one of the few like rappers that I know that is like really passionate about the culture, really passionate about hip hop. He is a guy that grew up in the hood. Like he is like a like for real like hood a rapper. But I think what I like about him is that he doesn't just he he just pretty much like doesn't want to be like the stereotypical like gangster rapper. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not saying I don't like gangster rap, um because that was like the first kind of rap music that I was into, or that I got into. um but like I think what I like about Murs the most is that he doesn't want to be that stereotypical like a, a gangster rapper. He doesn't really talk about being like a kid from the hood all that much. He just pretty much wants to show everyone what he has to offer, with his personality, with his music, and what he has to offer to the world, and like to the culture in general, like all the positive things that he can offer to the world. He's a really he's just a really like great guy in general. I appreciate everything he puts out. He is like one of the greatest like lyricists that I've heard so far in hip hop. This album feels like very nostalgic. He raps over like a lot of like old school style beats a lot. He even like raps over a fucking video game theme song. I think he raps over the original Legend of Zelda dungeon theme song, and it just sounds so ridiculous, but it just sounds so great. Although the like one like I guess negative thing I gotta say about this is that I forgot what song it's called, but he has one like, in my opinion, unnecessary song that is pretty much a 4 minute pussy like fucking vagina anthem. Pretty much it's so fucking ridiculous. But than that one song that I didn't really care for, overall I think the album was really great. You know, his flow is just as great as ever. You know, he has been improving a lot. You know, and you can really tell because like this is probably like the best shit he's dropped so far. You know, production value is great. You know, shout out to Ninth Wonder. You know, you did it really fucking good in this album. I think my favorite song is probably a song called High Noon. It's with Rhapsody and Ruben Vincent. And let me just say that Murs and Rhapsody go so fucking well together. Like I actually hope they do make like a collab album together because they sounded really fucking good together. It's like they were fucking like tag teaming the shit out of that song, and I fucking, you know, I enjoyed every second of it. You know, Ruben Vincent has really great vocals. You know, I really enjoyed him in that chorus. Just everything about this album was so great. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had to say. So hope you guys enjoyed my review. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram down below. As always, DM me for requests. Go ahead and follow Murs and Ninth Wonder on Instagram down below. Their new album, The Iliad is Dead and the Odyssey is Over, is out now. Go listen to it already if you haven't yet. And with that being said, that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the 4th upload for today. And don't forget to stay happy.
Two of the best MCs standing, co-branding.
These all-star checks I'm spending, I'm Diddy dancing.
Without